Hi, special friends. Welcome to Mrs. Ashlee's Learning Emporium, where we read, write, learn, and play. I'm Mrs. Ashlee. Today, we are going to have an update on our indoor planting project that has become a garden in Mrs. Ashlee's backyard. Hi, special friends. Back in March, we had lots of fun with an indoor planting project. Well, now it's June, and I wanted to give you an update on our plants. Some of them made it, and some did not. And some very special plants made it all the way to the garden in my backyard. Here is my garden. I have 2 raised beds. In this raised bed, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cherry tomato plants. And then I have bell pepper plants. Let's see, I have 1 here. Here's another one. There's another one, another one, another one, another one, and another one in the back. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bell pepper plants. And as you can see, they're all different sizes. Now, in the back, this little guy is a green bean. And here's another green bean plant that's a little bit older than this one. So it's much bigger. I can't wait to see the green beans start to grow. The great thing about doing projects like this is that you get to learn. Mrs. Ashlee learned lots doing this project, and I'm still learning. Here, I have some lettuce. Does this look like lettuce? I think it's starting to. I love lettuce. I love it on my sandwiches, and I love salads. So I planted lots of lettuce. Here, if you look very closely, that's the top of a carrot. And I don't know if my carrots like this soil so much. Maybe they need sand or mulch, but we'll see how it goes. And then that little guy there and that one, those are bell pepper plants. And those will be red bell peppers. And they were planted much later than the plants we saw in the other raised bed garden. So they will grow later. And that means Mrs. Ashlee may just have bell peppers for a long time from our garden. In the video back in March for our planting project, we planted collards, but we planted too many in a pot and they didn't last very long. So the next thing that I planted was cucumbers. Now these are newer cucumbers. I gave 2 of my cucumber plants. Here's a picture. I gave these to special friends because they were getting too big before I could get them in my garden. So here are my current cucumber plants. I made a little patch for them because cucumbers can grow really fast and the plants take over. So I wanted to make sure they had an area and space of their own. Oh, and we have a little bee friend flying around. And if you look closely, this cucumber plant, it has a flower on it. We'll see how it does because the cucumber grows when we see those flowers. A very important part of having a garden is making sure that your plants are well watered. It's pretty warm here today. It's about 80 degrees. So I water my plants in the morning and I want to water them one more time because it's not supposed to rain tonight. Will you water with me, special friends? Here we go on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I have to be sure to get those beans in the back. Now let's go over and do our lettuce and our carrots and our baby bell peppers. I had to get creative and put this lattice up because my lettuce, when I first planted it, it was too sunny over here and all of my lettuce was burning up. So I protected it with a creative method. That's exactly what I mean about learning, special friends. You come up with creative solutions to your problems. I bet you're great at coming up with creative solutions to your problems too. All right, now I have this pretty plant right in front of this raised bed garden, so I'm going to give it some water too. Now let's do our cucumbers. I think that's pretty good. In Mrs. Ashlee's yard, there's a couple of more cool things. This right here is a pear tree. And we have another pear tree. And way back in the back, friends, we have a peach tree in the corner there. And I have one more tree to show you. Are you ready? This tree here is an apple tree. I think the peach, pear, and apple tree, they're my favorite things about my garden. But I have one more. I know I said I had one more, but this time I promise just one more cool thing to show you. Because part of working outside and having a garden is that you get to see beautiful things that you don't expect. So let's take a little trip to another part of Mrs. Ashlee's backyard. A little distance away from the garden, on the other side of the yard, I found these purple flowers. Mrs. Ashlee's favorite color is purple, so you could imagine my surprise and excitement to find this flower. And I learned that it is called a bearded iris. Isn't it pretty? Do you have a favorite flower? Here are pictures of plants I've been growing, from the time I planted them to what they look like now, or as big as they got. I'm starting another little fun project where I am going to see if I can sprout some lemon seeds. It takes a lemon tree a long time to grow, but I think sometimes it's just fun to see what you can grow in your house and around your house. So this is a lemon seed that I peeled the skin off of, and to sprout the lemon seeds, that has to happen. Come back Thursday to Mrs. Ashlee's Learning Emporium. I have a special story for you about a special little boy who started a garden, but something magical happens. See you Thursday. Thanks for coming to Mrs. Ashlee's Learning Emporium. See you next time, special friends.